If you've ever felt confused by reading terms like phonics, phonemic awareness, or letter sounds, so have I. Most parents want to help their kids learn to become readers. They just don't know what matters most or what order to do things in. And today, I want to give you clarity. Welcome back. I'm Laura Beth, the creator of Books, Bonds, and Brighter Futures. In the last video, we talked about the beliefs that stop parents from teaching reading with confidence. And now that we've cleared those out of the way, it's time to talk about something really important: how reading actually works and where parents should start. Most parents feel overwhelmed because they're handed pieces of information instead of a clear picture. You hear, teach phonics, work on sounds, practice reading, do sight words, but no one explains how it all fits together. And without that clarity, parents either try everything at once or freeze and do nothing. Reading isn't magic. It's a process, and that process happens in a predictable order. Here's the simple version. First, kids learn to hear sounds. Then they learn to connect sounds to letters. Then they learn to blend sounds into words. And finally, they begin to read with understanding. When we skip steps or rush the process, reading feels hard. When we follow the order, reading feels achievable and not overwhelming, like most think. This is why phonemic awareness matters so much. Okay, let's get the technical definition of this out of the way real fast. Phonemic awareness is the crucial ability to hear, identify, and manipulate individual sounds in spoken words, like knowing at makes cat. It's a key part of understanding larger sound units like syllables and is a strong predictor of reading success, involving skills like blending sounds into words and segmenting words into sounds. Don't you feel so much smarter now by hearing that? Don't get tied up in feeling you've got to know these definitions. You don't need to memorize this. You just need to understand the order. So here's the basic breakdown. Before a child can read letters, they have to hear sounds, such as S for S or M for M. That's why rhyming, sound games like the letter hunt game, and listening activities are so powerful, especially in the early years. They prepare the brain for reading before a child ever reads a word. By the way, you can download my phonemic awareness activity sheets in the link in the description below to give you clear steps to start today with your child, so download that right away to get started. Once a child can hear sounds, phonics gives those sounds meaning. Phonics is a method of teaching reading and writing by connecting sounds, phonemes, to letters or groups of letters. This is where letter sounds come in. Not letter names, letter sounds. Kids read by blending sounds together, not by singing the alphabet, even though it's still cute to hear them learn it. When phonics is taught in the right way, kids feel successful instead of frustrated. And that's what I want for you and your child. Success, not frustration. I made the mistake early on thinking I needed to make sure they knew all the letter names with our oldest. I would really harp on going in order from A to Z, but realized when we went to actually learn to read, that wasn't the right order to go in. So if you're wondering, okay, but where do I start? Here's the answer. Start small. Start simple. Start with sounds. One sound at a time, short practice, repeat it often. This is how confidence builds for your child and for you. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to do the right things consistently. Once parents understand this, teaching reading stops feeling intimidating and starts feeling doable. If you're thinking, I wish someone would just show me exactly what to do, that's exactly why I created the 5-day Reading Jumpstart Challenge for parents to get you started on their reading journey together. In just 5 days, I'll help your child read their first word with a simple plan you can repeat anytime. I'll link it here and in the description below. Reading progress doesn't come from pressure. It comes from clarity, routine, and connection. And once parents understand how reading works, teaching it stops feeling intimidating. It starts feeling manageable. And now that you understand how reading actually works, I want to show you how to put all of this together into a clear, calm roadmap, step by step. So in the next video, I'm going to walk you through the exact system I use to teach all 3 of my boys to read and how you can follow that same plan without overwhelm. See you in the next video.